Hello. Um, I wanted to talk about a topic that it's been on my mind for a bit, and um, show off something in my Minecraft world at the same time. Um, Now, this topic it doesn't just concern this Minecraft world. It can really pertain to anything you want it to. In my case, I'm using it for video games, and I use it a lot for Minecraft um, and Pokemon right now as well too. Um, but anyway, the topic is brain healing. Okay, so this is a term that I believe me and my brother came up with. Maybe it existed already, but um, I'm sure you've heard the term brain rotting, scrolling TikTok or YouTube Shorts for a long time, just in taking a lot of short form content. Hey, um, I'm sure you've heard that term, seen it, whatever. You've probably participated in it. Ah, okay. I guess that's not a safe spot to sleep. Where's my food? It's right here. Um, anyway, that being said, what I know on YouTube right now, there's a very popular genre of Minecraft video that's are you hurt? There's a very popular genre of Minecraft video that's you know uh, explaining or showing how nostalgia was so great and our old Minecraft was so great and everyone's nostalgic about old Minecraft and there's a lot of talk about like how to keep motivation when playing Minecraft and not how to not lose motivation, all these things like that. Um, a lot of it comes down to um, the way you play the game. And a lot of people have gone through that phase where they feel like I love Minecraft or I love whatever other game, um, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore as it used to. And they don't really know how to fix it. They want to play the game, but they don't have as much fun. I went through that phase myself as well, and I want to talk about kind of what I've done to to fix that and how I've overcome it. And I feel like I've been pretty successful in the past couple months. I've really enjoyed playing all sorts of different games that um, I had once thought maybe I lost hope for that I was never was really going to enjoy again. Um, so the secret is brain healing, guys. Um, and what I mean by that is taking some time to slow things down, put some, or sorry, not put some, take away some expectations off of yourself. And the big key, I think, is less thinking, more doing. Okay. So to go in depth on those things, um, here's what I think. The expectations part, when if you go on YouTube these days, what you're gonna see, you see a ton of like, I spent thousands of days in this world, or I've spent 10 years on the same Minecraft save, and you see huge works of art that people have built or they've done. It doesn't have to be Minecraft. It can be anything, but that you see tons of things that people have put just an absolutely enormous amount of time into, and you start to compare yourself and be like, okay, well, that's the things that I want to build. I want to have the giant mega structure or the wither skeleton farm that drops 3,000 wither heads per hour, whatever it is. Like those things are. unreasonable for the average person. And um, I guess it doesn't have to be. You could put your time aside and you could grind towards only that, and you can eventually have it. But you're going to see 20 of those kind of videos in one day, of different things. And if you expect yourself to be able to have all of them, it's unreasonable. Okay, so, but it can go to down to an even a much smaller scale, something as similar or as simple as building a castle like this. And that's kind of the point of this video. And I hope that I haven't just like talked too much that you don't care anymore. But the point of this video is I had the idea I wanted to build a castle in Minecraft, and I'm playing on beta. I never played beta before, so I wanted to experience it. I started playing Minecraft probably 10 years ago. No, longer than that, 12 years ago now. But it was out of beta by the time I started playing it. I barely missed playing in the beta days. So I wanted to experience it for myself. And, what's more beta than building like a big castle? But, um, you know, something that I'm doing differently now is I came into this with the idea of like, I want to treat this similar to almost like real life. If I was uh, a real life person, and I settled into an unknown land or uninhabited land, that had all the resources I wanted, what would be my objective, right? So my objective is to survive. I don't want to die. There's monsters out there that want to hurt me. There's potentially other people I don't know that want to hurt me. So my objective is to survive. Um, so I came into this with that idea. I spent a while. There's an island over across the water over here. I spent some time over there, like a little starter base. I gathered materials, but essentially, when I was ready, I came over here with like just a couple stacks of cobblestone and some tools, and that's it. And my idea was I'm gonna build during the daytime, and I'm gonna at nighttime. There was a cave that's right down below here, and my idea was at nighttime I'm just gonna go down there, create a big mine, and get the resources that I need to keep building the castle, um, and stay safe. So the entire idea is to survive and treat it a bit like it's real life. Like in real life, I wouldn't go flatten out an entire mountain because that would take so much digging, so much like even if I had a good shovel in real life, like you're not going to be able to go flatten an entire mountain. Um, I know you could look at it a couple of other ways and say like, oh, well, you wouldn't be able to carry 500,000 rocks in your backpack in real life. It's too heavy. Yes, I know, but I wanted it to be somewhat I somewhat realistic, but also like not taking away my enjoyment of the game. Um, so I'm kind of just walking around the castle as I talk here because I don't want it to go forever. But um, essentially, this is tying back into the point I made earlier of taking some of those expectations off of yourself, slowing things down. As you'll see when we walk around this place, not everything is symmetrical. Not everything is meant to be perfect. I when I look at this build, I don't think it looks particularly amazing, but I think it really captures Minecraft, and this feels like it would be fun to live in real life, and it helps put me into the idea that I'm really an adventurer living in a castle, and I like it, and that is the key to making your video games, and especially Minecraft, more fun for you to play and to keep playing and to not lose motivation. So another point that I mentioned earlier was less thinking and more doing. So to touch on that, um, when I used to play Minecraft when I was a kid, and uh, I say a kid, I started playing when I was probably like 15, 14 or 15. But um, there was like a period of 3 years or so where I would just come home from school and play this game until I was so tired that I just had to go to sleep. I would play for 8 hours a day, even during school. And then in the summer, oh man, it was worse. Like wake up in the afternoon in the summer, hop on Minecraft, play until 5 a.m., go to sleep, and repeat like this over and over. And I wouldn't get bored, wouldn't even get distracted, um, you know, it, because that's just how much fun I had playing the game. For the years after that, um, it wasn't as simple. I still loved the game and I wanted to play a lot, but I would lose motivation, or I would start a big project and then it would just be hard to keep things going. Still loved the game the whole time. I've never not loved this game, and but there would be times where it was just hard for me to play, and I didn't really understand why. I just chalked it up to like, oh, I'm getting older. It's hard. I just have less time, whatever it is. But um, really, after doing reflection, something that I think caused a lot of that problem was that I was doing too much planning, putting too much stress on uh, like what I wanted to do in the game rather than just doing what I wanted. So, for an example, like let's say if I had the idea to build a castle in modern day Minecraft before I shifted my mindset to just doing, I would have, sat down, maybe in a creative world or maybe just on like pencil and paper and designed my castle and started thinking about like um, how I wanted the shape of it to be, how the shape of each tower should fit together, how to make it all symmetrical and make it look good. And I would put this imaginary pressure on myself of like um, making things look good for someone else. And it's like that's not it's not the way I would have normally played the game. And I called it like, oh, I'm getting better at Minecraft. I need to build better now. And but when you take a step back and look at it, it's like no one else is telling me that I have to build better. It should be all about build however I want to build to have fun playing the game. And uh, part of it was I did want to build better to keep having fun playing the game. Um, so I thought I needed to uh, try really hard to make my builds bigger, better, whatever it was. Um, but I've found that it's not the case. Like I said before, you'll see that a lot of these builds are not symmetrical. Like this bridge doesn't go into the flat part of the castle. It goes into a random part because that's where it came from over here. But I think that adds to like how I mentioned before, real life. Like if I was real life building this, my priority is not going to be I got to make sure all these walls line up perfectly and they're symmetrical. My priority is going to be I need to get walls up so that invaders and monsters cannot get to me and kill me, right? So, and that's just made it fun for me to play and and to not lose motivation and to keep playing. So, with that change in my mindset, going building during the daytime, mining at nighttime, I would go down here and I've dug a huge mine shaft, um, and I'm still motivated to keep mining, to keep building other things in the castle. Um, I did this method back and forth over and over for like several different sessions of like 3 to 4 hours each, and not once am I even like taking a break to check my phone, to go on social media, anything like that. Like I was just playing the game for hours straight, like I used to do when I was a kid, and I was enjoying it the entire time. So, my advice to you is take a bit of a step back. Um, Enjoy the game for what it is, and do the things that you want to do, less thinking, more doing, because like I said before, I would have planned out how how I wanted my castle to be. I would have taken time to write it all down, plan it all out, think of I need to go gather all these blocks because I want to use stone brick, I want to use real brick, I want to use some colored clay, I want to use whatever. I would have taken all that time, went to go mine it all, gather it all, and I would have done all that before even starting. And then by the time it's time to actually start the build, it doesn't feel right to start. So, and then I never start. So, like, how are you gonna finish? How are you gonna finish anything? If you never if you never start. Um, so less thinking, more doing. When I started this, I just got to work. All I did was just start placing blocks. I placed this circular tower over here first, and that was all we started with. That circular tower. Then I dug a little bit through through the mountain over there, made a second tower. I connected them with a bridge that's on top and underneath. So there's a tunnel underneath, there's a bridge on top. I made the other pieces, and then I made this big tower over here. Um, and it happened because I just started doing it. I didn't hesitate. I didn't wait until the time felt right to start building it. I just started building it, and then more ideas pop into my head, and it it, it eventually turns out into something that I really like this already, and I'm not even probably not even like a quarter of a way finished with this castle. Let me turn the fog off here. So just to kind of give you an idea of some ideas that I have for this. Um, I want this to come a bit farther. I'm going to turn this area into a bit of a courtyard. I'm going to wall off underneath this bridge so that this middle area can be protected. My entire idea with the whole castle is that I want to protect myself. I want to be able to make it so that um, it doesn't matter. Oops, doesn't matter if it's daytime, if it's nighttime. I want to be protected. I can walk around here, not have to sleep. You've seen me sleeping during this video, by the way, but it's just so that we don't get too much attacked and it's not too dark during the video. But one of the rules I have for myself on here is that I don't want to just carry a bed with me wherever I go and skip the nighttime. And um, it feels a bit cheap to just skip every nighttime and don't have to worry about monsters and sleep wherever I want. Like in real life, I wouldn't just put my bed down out in the middle of an open field or something like that and sleep and just hope that I don't get blown up by the green creature. Um, no, anyway, it's not that I never want to sleep on here, but I want to build a safe bedroom first, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So for now, when I'm building, um, I don't sleep. So when it's nighttime, if I'm not in a safe place, I need to retreat underground, um, go mining, get more resources, things like that. Um, anyway, I want to do more with this world. I'm going to keep posting updates. Um, I'm going to keep building to my heart's content, but I want to just make like a castle that makes me happy to build and that I think would be really fun to live in. And I think, again, if you take any advice from this video, um, it's that you do things that are fun for you first, and think of like if you were in a real life situation, and you wanted to build a castle in real life, would you make it perfect? Maybe you would, and maybe that's what makes you have fun playing Minecraft. But maybe you're overthinking it at the same time, and if you're overthinking it, you're never going to hold the motivation to keep doing it for a long time. So that's what I felt like has helped me, um, and I hope that it can help you too. Just keep that motivation. Like I said, the biggest point is less thinking, more doing. Um, so yeah, anyway, I think that's about all I have for today in the video. Like I said, I'm going to keep adding on to this castle. I think that anytime I'm playing on this world, until I finish the castle, I'm gonna build the castle. I'm playing other versions of Minecraft right now too. I have a modern version. I have a um, release 1.0 version where I'm working on a museum of every item throughout each throughout each version of Minecraft. Um, so I won't when I'm bored, or not bored, but whenever I don't feel like working on the castle, I just go play on a different world. So anytime I come on here, I'm gonna work on the castle. I want to build a really big, like, great hall right here, and maybe a big atrium out this way. Part of the castle that I want to build something that has a massive interior. 'Cause I think it will be really cool. But yeah, so that's another good way to keep yourself motivated, is to, you know, focus on some projects, but take a break, and when I don't feel like building this castle, I go work on my museum of all the items, or I go play in my modern Minecraft realm. Whatever I feel like doing at that time, I just do it. Less thinking, more doing. So I've tried to put that. Whoops, sorry. I've tried to put that into every aspect of my life lately. It started here in video games to help me get more enjoyment. When I realized how well it worked to get more enjoyment out of video games, I've started doing it in every aspect of life. Just less thinking, more doing. Obviously, keeping myself safe and out of trouble first is in real life is a priority. I can't be can't be less thinking about if I want to do the illegal thing or not, and more doing the illegal thing, because that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I hope that you got something out of this video. Um, and check back. I just made this YouTube channel. I've been wanting to post videos for a long time now, but something always held me back. It was didn't think I would stick with it. Wasn't sure if I would be good at it, whatever it is. But you know what? Less thinking, more doing. So I'm doing, and that's gonna be it for now. And I hope you enjoyed. So thank you.